Hello everybody, welcome back to the Gaming Lounge. This is Asfar, your host, and today we are going to go over a new Golem deck that I've been playing. I've been playing Golem with the Evolution Barbarians, and it's been doing pretty well. I'm currently 3 games away from Ultimate Champion. With this Golem deck, I got, pretty good wins with it, and we are going to go over some replays. The first replay is going to be against Jane Loves Miner. And he's been using this Royal Recruit deck. I've been seeing a lot of Royal Recruits in Royal Champion. And with Pekka BS spam, it's just been very, very difficult. So I tried playing Golem. Not Golem. I tried playing Lava Hound, and Lava Hound was doing pretty good, but Lava Hound just has some bad matchups. But this Golem deck, so far, I haven't seen any bad matchups. Especially this Golem deck, though, you have to be very patient because it's a very heavy deck. So I go ahead and play the Golem at the bridge since I had my Electric Dragon there. And I get a really good tornado to where the Flying Machine is getting hit and so is the Furnace. And I like Golem. I think Golem is extremely strong. It's extremely hard to kill the Golem. So I don't know what they need to do because like even Pekka can't even kill the Golem. Maybe make the death damage not as much. I don't know. So he's gonna go and he has his evolution Royal Recruits, which I think Royal Recruits evolutions are. I think it's balanced. I think it's kind of a cool way of doing it. They are pretty strong, but they're not like overpowered like the Firecracker was when it came out, and like the RG. I feel like the dev team is doing a pretty good job making the new evolutions good and strong and reliable, but without having them be, godly. So it's the same thing that they did with the champions. When champions first came out, they were all pretty overpowered, and then the new champions are pretty balanced now. So I feel like it's the same thing with the evolutions since they're so new. But I do like the evolutions. I think it's kind of I think it's fun. I wish they gave you more opportunities to get shards for free. That way you could start collecting the shards, But they're pretty stingy on how you get shards. There's not a lot of ways. You get one every 30 days if you do the activity of the day or whatever it's called. And that's how I've been getting my evolutions, is by doing the free shards. And I've been able to get 2 evolutions off of that. So this deck just gets really insane and double elixir, especially if you could get a pump down. Lumberjack I love Lumberjack. I mean, it's level 13. It's super viable. It's super strong still. So he just gave up because he knew he couldn't win. And with the Evolution Barbarians, it just gives you the ability to push 2 lanes. So that was the first replay. The second replay was against trainer HW, and he was playing the Goblin King or the Goblin Giant Sparky deck. And yeah. Now this is one of the decks that when I was playing Lava Hound, I wasn't using Electric Dragon in my Lava Hound deck, so I was just doing the Evolution Barbarians with the Lava Hound, and then with the Flying Machine and Baby Dragon, and it just the deck I'm fighting against now with this Golem deck, my Lava Hound deck would get destroyed by it. I just wasn't playing the matchup correctly, but I'm not the greatest Lava Hound player. I do like Golem and Pekka more. I'm more of a Golem player because it's I like Golem and I like big pushes. And I mean, Lava Hound is a big push, but I feel like the Golem is just so much stronger than the Lava Hound. I feel like the Lava Hound might need a buff, just because like it's the tank. It's a good tank, but it doesn't do any damage. It relies on its support units. To where the Golem relies on support units too, but I mean the Golem does a lot of damage to the tower as well. And now, what makes this deck amazing is really the Electric Dragon. I mean, it's all the cards make it amazing. The Evolution Barbarians and Lumberjack, but the Electric Dragon gives it so that you can beat Inferno Towers, Inferno Dragons. it's the same reason why Elixir Golem so strong is because of the Elixir Golem and Battle Healer. Now, if you don't want to use Lumberjack in this for deck, you could always try Battle Healer as well. It's pretty strong. Battle Healer instead of Lumberjack is pretty reliable as well. So if you don't have the Lumberjack, you could always play it with a Battle Healer. So, but a lot of it's just trying to get the pump down. If you could get the pump down right before 2 times Elixir, you're most likely going to win. Just because you're going to have so much Elixir, and you're going to be able to play your Golem, and you're going to be able to keep it alive and play all the support units. Now, the reason why I played it on that side was because I didn't want him to Sparky the left side. And I wanted to be able to play the Electric Dragon on his Sparky and just go for the 3 crown. And I knew that the Barbarians would do a good job making it so he can't 3 crown. But he does a good job with his Electric Wizard on killing my, Electric Dragon with the bats and Electrics. But he has to use a lot of mana in order to kill it. My Pekka hasn't even blown up yet, so... Now I go ahead and play the Golem on the left-hand side. Now that was a risky play for him. I'm playing the Goblin King or Goblin Giant in the pocket. Because all I have to do is just play E-Drag on top of the Sparky, and Sparky becomes useless. The Lumberjack was kind of questionable. I probably should have played the Lumberjack in the pocket rather than on the Pekka. But regardless, I'm able to have a 2-lane push, lane pressure, and I'm pretty happy with it. Now, all I have to do is I'm not worried about the Goblin Giant because it's kind of slow, and I could get my Barbarians. I could get the Elixir to kill it. So I wasn't too worried about it. But I go ahead and now I have a Golem push with being able to defend his push as well, and now I have a full-on Golem push. He does play bats, which makes it kind of awkward, and so his Sparky's going to get a lot of value on defense. He's pretty much just gonna kill my Golem automatically, so that was a really good play on him on killing my Electric Dragon. I had to play the Lumberjack because I didn't want him to try to 3-crown me, but at this point the game's pretty much over. I have my Evolution Barbarians full life with the Pekka, with the Golem. There's just nothing he could do. I was going to 3-crown him. He was just that was a desperate play, playing the Goblin Giant in the pocket. Let's go ahead and do the last game against Saul, I think his name is. No, Sam, XSam UX. And he was playing an interesting Hog Rider with Evolution Barbarians. But like I'm saying, so far, we fought in 3 different types of decks. We fought Warrior Recruits, Goblin Giant, and now we're fighting a crappy version of Hog. And this Golem deck is very versatile, and it does a very good job against pretty much everything. So, and he even has Fireball, but that's good because if he Fireballs my Pump, I can play my Barbarians. If he Fireballs my Barbarians, I can play my Pump. So that's why I have Pump in this deck, because if they do have a Fireball, they have to really decide what they want to Fireball, and it's going to be able to, you're going to be able to get away with one of them. So he goes ahead and plays Hog Rider. I play Barbarian Barrel in order to kill the Goblins and to kill the Hog. And let's just see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and play my Barbarians behind the Golem as well, just because it's going to be able to clean up his... it would have been able to clean up, but he goes ahead and Fireball. And that's what I'm saying, since he had to Fireball my Barbarians, I can now get away with the Pump. So I didn't want him to get too much value because my tower is kind of low, so I go ahead and play the Skeleton Dragons. Now I do like the skeleton dragons. So you could also put in baby dragon, but I don't. They're just different. I like the two dragons because they seem pretty strong. Now I did have to do the barbarian bearer, and he does almost kill my tower. But I got away with a pump, so I think it's worth it. Even I mean my tower was gonna die regardless. Now he has to do 6 mana. He kills my pump, but I get the 2 elixir from it, and I get a golem down. So I think it was completely worth it. And now I have my evolution barbarians ready to go to pop off. And this is what I'm talking about. And he goes ahead and fireballs my electric dragon, and my evolution barbarians are free to roam. And I like that they split right here because they're going to be able to get good damage on both towers, and I'm going to be able to completely get his tower down. I did that in case if he was going to do barbarians, but I did it a little bit too early. So now I got another golem down. And getting these golems down was pretty crucial, and I was able to get my barbarians down as well to defend the hog rider. But I mean, he did a lot of damage to my tower. He took it from 3,000 to 880, with pretty much just with the hog rider and princess. So, you know, it's kind of surprising that I win this game with how far behind I was. Now, it was pretty epic because since this princess is pretty close, my electric dragon's gonna kill a princess. But now I have to be very careful. But the thing is, I have my evolution barbarians and he doesn't. And so I can just play everything in the pocket now and play it in the middle and try to get through crowd. Now that was a bad tornado. I should have waited for his princess to come out to tornado. But I mean, it was pretty epic. My dragons were able to kill the tower right before they died. And yeah, and that's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this season. Once I get Ultimate Champion, I'll post another video. I'm most likely gonna hit it today if I keep playing Will with this deck, but only time will tell. And keep on clashing.